Yo, everyone. This is Jack here with Loud Brush Pressure Washing, and I just wanted to make a video here based upon an interaction that I had with somebody on Reddit recently. I already know that it's basically useless to talk to people on Reddit, but I had posted up the video for the pricing for people so that they could see how I price my jobs and get everything done. And in basically doing that, this guy commented on there, and I feel like there's a lot of teachable things that can be learned from that interaction with this guy, and also that can help you guys out so that you're really not starting out on the wrong foot, and so that you understand why certain people do certain things and end up becoming successful with those certain things. So basically what I'd like to talk about today is becoming sticky to your customers. And so what does sticky really mean? Sticky means to be able to completely service your clients so that they don't have to go anywhere else. So, just an easy example here is if you think about it, and you'll see it eventually in this guy's talking, but if you are somebody who just does house washing, but you don't do driveway cleaning, you don't do deck cleaning, you don't do roof cleaning, you don't do gutter cleaning, and it's because of your own discretion that you don't do it, but you could completely do it. Like it was possible for you to do it, and your schedule's not completely jam packed, and if you take all those other variables away for somebody that is actually just now starting out their pressure washing business, what I'd like to kind of get into the idea here is if you just do house washing yourself, somebody else is going to have to clean their driveway because if you can't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And oftentimes, even the customers don't know that they can do it, but that's completely a different thing. But if somebody else is doing the driveway cleaning, there's probably a high likelihood that they also do house washing. So I can say in the past that I've had a couple instances where, because of not being able to offer the services, we weren't able to get more jobs. And don't even think about it like the job right now. Think about it as in jobs in the future, not just this singular job here. So kind of like to go through this interaction that I had with the person, and I completely grayed out everybody's name except for my own, just because you never know what kind of loser you're dealing with on the internet nowadays. But basically, this guy here, I have no mouse, but the blue guy here is just talking about he really had to lower his prices when COVID hit. And in my opinion, I raised my prices during COVID, so I'm not really sure. Again, I don't even know if this guy's a human being. I don't know if he actually does pressure washing. I'm also kind of sad about how many upvotes this guy got for his comments, but I mean, I guess the right ideas aren't always, common sense isn't so common. But basically, he's saying this year I'm doing a little better. Pretty much switched to just final soft washing because of it's the easiest and the most profitable. He straight up tells people that he doesn't do any flat work or any other thing than rinsing and rust removal, which that's not the best thing. So now I can offer a lower price and make up for it in time and volume. So far, it's working all right. So just think about that comment right there. He's saying I'm gonna lower my prices, and that's basically what I said here. I'm not sure that followed the logic. You're essentially telling me that you're lowering your average price, aka the lifetime value of a customer that you're dealing with, because you've restricted the amount of services that you have, and then you make up for that by actually running more people. Now, to me at least, that really just doesn't make any sense, and all really, because if you think about it, and I'll go back onto this a little bit later, but if you're lowering your prices and working more volume, you're essentially working more for the same amount of money. If you think about it, you could either do 5 jobs in one day at $200 a pop, and I'm sure that would take even longer based upon how far you would have to travel and everything like that, or you could do one singular job for $1,000. And again, I don't know who this is as a human being or anything like that, but I don't know in a world where a person would say that they wouldn't want to do it any other way. So if those five $200 jobs took you on average an hour a piece, but then you had like 30 minutes of takedowns set up and then 30 minutes of driving on top of that, that would essentially double your time right there. But if you're able to do that same $1,000 job, a singular one, for 2 hours or 5 hours, that would be all it would take, and there would be no other issue with it. So basically, it just kind of doesn't make any sense. I mean, you guys can read the rest of these things here, but really, he's saying that he doesn't like the flat work because he says it's messy and it slows him down. But in my opinion, flat work and all that kind of stuff is some of the easiest thing for it in the world. He says though that he just doesn't care for it, but at least in my opinion, my idea of running a business is to make your business as valuable as possible, regardless of I don't want to do this. This isn't easy. Da, 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 all that kind of stuff like that. And he's talking about newer concrete being annoying to work with, and obviously you're not even supposed to mess with it. So it kind of leads me to believe that he doesn't know what he's talking about. But I knock out the house as easy as and quick. I'm not a driveway cleaning business. I'm a siding washing business. So another thing that he says is people don't even like paying for the flat work. They expect it to be thrown in with your house wash price. People scoff at a $150 driveway and sidewalks. And again, maybe his market just doesn't handle it. Maybe he is in Florida. I can't really say, but we're getting 225 for a driveway, getting good prices all day long on there. So basically, what I'd like to kind of shift gears into of why it's important for people to want to do this is the idea of, as an all-service business, you can do a lot more. So, for instance, one thing that we have had run into issues with is we don't do staining, and we lose some deck business because we're not going to be the stainers. Whereas if we did the power washing and the staining, we would be able to do it. But literally, decks are so minuscule in our area that it doesn't really matter to us. But that would be something to think about, because let's say you do the washing of the deck. Well, the staining is almost all the money that's inside of there to actually be made, and also the definite change of appearance that can be seen for it. Another reason is that you have a higher lifetime value of a customer. So if this guy is just doing his house washes, and average price for what we do would be about $350. He is at $350 per customer, and that's basically all he can get out of these people. But if he was to add on the driveway cleaning, and again, I don't know if he's in Florida or anything specifically insane like that, but even still in Florida, if you're still there, it's kind of worth it because of the pictures that you could get for it, and the before and afters, and also to show you that you're still in the area and everything like that. But with his $350 price, if he was to get a driveway on there occasionally, even 50% of the time at $225, he would still raise his price from $350 to $460 for an average customer. And that's a 30% increase for your lifetime value of the customer, not to mention the ability that you have of actually getting more people in because they can actually see that you do so many other things. And if you're already utilizing all of your equipment, unless you don't have a service cleaner, basically, and this guy did have a service cleaner, you are basically still doing everything that you have. Nothing is too insane, nothing is too differently done about it at all, and you can make everything look great and wow the customer. So, and then another thing is you're more likely for them to be able to recommend all of your services to somebody. So, for instance, if he's just doing this house washing, like I said before, what if somebody ends up doing the driveway cleaning and then they say that they do house washing? Well, what's the likelihood that they're going to call you back for just that house wash next time when they know that if their concrete's dirty and their house is dirty, another company is going to be able to hold it down for them and get it done? Another thing here is just the fact, purely based upon your own self-interest, is the idea that you have less travel time between the jobs because you're longer time on site. Like I said before, would you rather be at a 5 hour, would you rather do 5 houses that each take an hour, but then they take another hour to take down, to put up, to do everything like that? And then if you actually wash houses, you know that that's the most important, the most annoying part of the whole process is winding up the hose reels, taking the hose reels out, hooking the water up, disconnecting the water, everything like that. You know that the setup and the takedown is the most annoying part of the job. So if you can increase the time and increase the time on site and decrease the time of taking up and taking down, when you literally don't make any effing money during that time anyways, and you already know that, really, I just still don't understand, unless you're literally so maxed out on just doing your house washes and everything like that. But I mean, how can this guy be how can he be so locked out with that? Like, there's just about no way if he's sitting here on Reddit arguing all day. But that's beside the point. And then I kind of like to finally leave this out because, or close this video out in conclusion with the idea of you don't want to become the handyman though. Now, if you're a pressure washing business, you could be expected to clean windows, clean interior of the gutters, clean the exterior of the gutters, all the house wash, everything like that, do the driveway cleaning, do the decks. And it's about all the services you really need to do. Maybe fence cleaning as well, obviously, but I mean, that's basically just wood deck in another form. So don't become a handyman though, where you're fixing gutters, you're repairing windowsills, you're doing the flooring on the inside of these people's houses, you're doing the landscaping, things of that nature, unless that's really the angle that you still are wanting to go down, because you're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of money on things that are not productive. Whereas, in my opinion, these are very productive things that make your business be the one-stop shop for everybody in town to grow for yourself. So that's just where I like to leave it off. Feel free to like the video, subscribe for more content. I'm always trying to bring you guys better content, dispel some myths, all that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And peace out. Hope you guys have a great day.